Welcome everybody to your favourite show of Tuesday night, PWF Is War. We're here, we're going to start, but first off, you've got the host, who else? Adam, and got my two guys over there, PWF guys. But first off, before I introduce them, you have to, yeah. Follow us on Twitter at PWF Is War. Make sure you like us on Facebook at Broadcast Wrestling Fallouts, and make sure you click that subscribe button and what you're waiting for, and spread the word. Tell your friends and pro wrestling fans to check us out. Yeah. So we go first off to Mr. Famouser. Yeah, we've got Billy Gunn. What's going on? Yeah, and we got and you're plugging. You want to plug?
Yeah, sure. You can like me at Wrestling World News, and you can like me on Twitter at RickWally60.
Cool. And we got Mr. Say something stupid, Paul. You're here.
Well, look who it is. It's me. Okay, yeah. Follow me on follow me on Twitter at _Arabian Wolf, or like me on Facebook at Ballgazer. Happy to be on the show again. Great show last night, so we got a lot to go over.
Yep. You went on a different show, of course. Yeah. You want to be on this show.
Yeah,
what you say?
I jumped ship.
I think he was couldn't be bothered in the last show. He was like,
Huh?
He was like, didn't care. He was like, he's like, didn't give a fuck. He was like,
Dude, I'm in the zone. I'm RVDing it right now. Chill.
He's having the weed with RVD and Adam Rose, but okay.
Whoa! Oh. Alright, let's kick it up now.
Let's start off.
Propaganda. Here we go.
Yeah, let's start off.
Ready, set, swing.
Start off with the review. Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, kicked off. Oh god, here we go. We even started. We started the lads.
Alright, here we go. Let's go.
Okay, so we started off with Raw, with the Shield coming out, kind of segment, with talk about Evolution, basically, and he said, Roland, one of the Shield members, says they are not running from Evolution, but they are running to them, and he said, Evolution is good, but they're not good enough to beat the Shield. And he asked, Roman if he had something to say. Roman said he didn't. He said that they did do everything to him, but he asked if they all have got it, and they got to believe in the Shield, etc. It was a good opener, segment with the Shield coming out. It's always good starting off. At least it wasn't John Cena starting off, so I was fine with it. They all got good segment. So yeah, what are your thoughts? So yeah, we'll start off with Billy. What's your opinion on the opener segment?
Yeah, good opener. they all good promos. Talking about they want to beat Evolution's ass pretty much. For getting that beaten last week, they got had a good opener.
Yeah, I mean, of course they were, but they did tack the Evolution backstage as well. They saw on the big screen Evolution arriving. Had Triple H, Batista, and Randy all come out of the limo, and then Batista busy signing papers or whatever because he's the COO. He's a busy guy, best of business, and he just, the Shield came out now. I just beat the hell out of it. Evolution, really. They were just lying everywhere, and until the referees and the backstage crew kind of stopped the Shield, destroying them more. But yeah, it's cool. I liked it. So what about you, Paul? Your opinion on that?
With the Shield and Evolution in a major program right now, they have a huge feud going on. So for the Shield to open the show with a promo from all three of them was definitely boost ratings, in my opinion. They all fed well off of each other in the ring. All three of them had good promos to say. It was interesting seeing the limo pull up, and you saw Evolution get out, of course. And the best part of that attack was Evolution didn't see it coming. That's what I really enjoyed about it. The first thing that came to mind when I saw it was like, oh my god, I think someone's gonna get speared into that limo. I was hoping that would happen. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. But you know, I thought it was a good opening segment. You know, the Shield did their thing. They got revenge on them, and it's not the first time. So yeah, good opener. I enjoyed it.
No, me too. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it would have been cool had that spot. You know, as you said, maybe Romans could spear Randy Orton to the limousine. Maybe pretty cool if that would happen.
I don't know why.
Still,
That would have made it would have made a huge impact.
It would. It would.
What's that, Billy?
I thought Ric Flair was gonna come out and limo with them. I don't know why.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought it
Every
was
time
at
I
the
see a
time.
limo with them, I always think Ric Flair. I don't know why.
Just like spear him right into the windshield. That would make such an impact. It'd be like, whoa.
Damn.
No,
As
it's
a
too
wrestling
busy.
fan, that's
You know,
like
Ric Flair.
maximizing a segment right there as a wrestling fan. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ric Flair's too busy. You know, nightclubs and that to turn up to Raw.
No,
and
he was probably in the limo drinking. He just didn't want to get out.
Yeah, I mean, he had obviously chicks with him, so why would he?
Triple
So
H
maybe he was hanging out with Adam Rose.
Triple H is like,
Nah,
you're
I think he's too
you're too drunk for this PD show.
Could
Stay
be.
in there. Sorry, stay in there. You're too drunk.
Wait, what did Triple H do?
I'm saying Triple H played like, you stay in there, Rick. You're too drunk. You can't come on this show.
He's drunk. Oh god.
No,
We all
I don't
are.
want to. Yeah. Definitely
Adam
will
wants money
decide.
back, right?
I have. Yeah. You have to be hyper, you know. I'm sure. Without being, you know. So let's carry on anyway. You know, we don't want to get distracted. So yeah, the first match of the night we had Jack Swagger against RVD. So I mean, it wasn't even really a match. You know,
It was more like a
it was like a few minutes, you know, and then suddenly, you know, Adam Rose did the Fiend hits. He come down the ring, you know, partying, distracts Swagger. You know, RVD did the side kick to the face to Jack Swagger, and then he did the fast frog splash. Got the win. You know, he beat him about a few times, so it didn't excite me. It was nothing much. I mean, it's just going to be a feud, more of a feud with Adam Rose and Jack Swagger. Probably have a match, maybe at Payback. Maybe he will have his debut match at Payback. That's probably what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't know. I didn't like it. I mean, RBD he didn't have to win like that. So it is. I didn't care about the match, but yeah. So we'll start off with Billy. Yeah, his opinion. Yeah, really.
match. It was just set up probably a feud between Swagger and Adam Rose.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm gonna give it time. I know a lot of people are against Adam Rose, but yeah, just don't be a lemon, be a rosebud. Man. So, yes, I said it, and I don't care.
That's cool. When he becomes a jobber, I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, I know he down the line he's gonna be, he's gonna win some few matches and jobbing out, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's still early days, and I don't mind him at the moment. It's just me. So, yeah, we go to Paul. Yeah, your thoughts.
Yeah, you know, I'd really like to point out, man, that is one mean black guy RVD still has since Extreme Rules. He really did eat that frog splash off the fucking trash can. It shows so bad. But, you know, the whole deal with Adam Rose, I don't know if everyone else saw it like I did, but when he first debuted on the main roster, I was like, you know, I don't know, like, that really sucked. Like, that felt like a failure to me, in my opinion. And then when the information came out that everyone read, and WWE saw it as a failure as well, and the majority of fans did, so I wasn't the only one thinking it. His wrestling ability really is subpar in the ring, whether he's Adam Rose or Leo Kruger, whichever. He's been working for over 10 years now. He's like 30-something years old, and he doesn't really do anything to stand out, in my opinion. There's hundreds and thousands of guys like him they could get from anywhere that are younger and more athletic and that have more to offer. He's not really improving. We haven't seen him wrestle on the main roster with Adam Rose, but I already know what he has to offer. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing that really gets it for him is the song is catchy, in my opinion. That's about it. I hope he proves me wrong, to be honest. So I really do.
I hope so too as well, because I
I
have
just think
nothing
it's
against the
overkill.
guy.
It's
but-
overkill. They're like it's like even the crowd's not even into it, and like the crowd's into everything.
Yeah,
I
right.
know, they don't know who he is. I mean, he's come from NXT. A lot of the crowds don't watch
The
NXT.
posse behind him ruins it, I think, in my opinion. But his whole ordeal is the
It,
Road
it,
Express.
it works for NXT because they're a small crowd.
Yeah, it's a big jump. You have to give it time.
Those are all
You can't
college
just-
kids. Those are all
Yeah.
college kids too. You got to figure the demographic there is mostly 18 to 22.
That's right.
I don't know. He was pretty over with NXT crowd. So.
He was over in NXT, I agree, but I don't know. I would like someone to shed the light because he's not appealing to the larger audience.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't wrestled yet, so we have to see. I mean, I've seen him obviously wrestle, and I don't think he's too bad, but.
But hey, this is the main roster. They cut down your move set.
Just give him a chance. That's all. I don't think you should.
Well, I am happy he's not Leo Kruger.
I don't give him a chance. I go take a crap when he's wrestling, alright?
Just see what he's got to do. And then you can.
I've already seen him wrestle, so.
Yeah. Some people haven't seen his NXT work. Some have. But yeah. Let's move on. Let's carry on. Continue. So that was a second match. It was, it was Paige. Obviously, she's the Divas champion against Alicia Fox. Non-title match. You know, before the match, Alicia Fox said there's something about her that no one likes about Paige, and she said she doesn't fit in and to get out. And she did a cheap shot. And I think she'd done that before to Paige. I think, but could be wrong. I know Alicia, Oksana did, but yeah, I mean, I actually thought this match was really good. I mean, they had a match before, a few weeks ago, I think, and I think it was a really good Divas match. I liked it. Finisher, Paige won. I mean, the finisher, the Paige turner out of nowhere, really. Pretty
Was that
quick.
the first offensive maneuver she got on her? The whole match?
Yeah, it was
I don't know.
pretty much. It was
Pretty
all
much a
Alicia
beat
Fox.
down.
She pretty much beat her down before she even got it.
I didn't understand that. It was really quick. It was like, I didn't see. I was like, it just happened. Oh, okay. The match is over. Oh, Paige, okay. I mean, it was all Alicia Fox. She dominated the match. I mean, pretty much. I mean, she was aggressive in that match. I mean,
Stiff wrestling.
I really
stiff
like
wrestlers.
Alicia Fox.
She's
Underrated. I mean, she deserves how much crap she's been getting. I mean, she just lose. They never really pushed her like once they ever did. I mean, she deserves to be in the title picture.
She's had it
Didn't even
once.
win it.
She's had the title one time, the WWE
Yeah,
title.
Yeah, but who remembers that? That was like years ago. It's a long time.
I remember that.
Nobody remembers it. I mean,
I remember
it's
that.
a short reign.
She had a good title reign too.
Well, it was a few weeks she had it, and then
It
she
was,
just.
it was like, I thought it was like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. It felt so
Yeah,
short.
it was. It was so short.
Lost
Nobody
out of
remembers.
right?
It was like 4 or 5 weeks, I think she had it, even more. But yeah, I mean, I think she deserves better. I think she should. I think she should even have another match with Paige, even like for the title, even like a payback or something.
Maybe not she move, but
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was a really good match. Definitely. I mean, Paige has brought so much to now the Divas division. I think it's now woken up a bit much more now. So thanks to Paige. Even though AJ Lee, she carried it in her shoulders a lot, but she can't do it like all. You know what I mean?
I agree. Paige
So-
is being called up from developmental. She's a huge asset to the Divas division, especially without AJ Lee there. It's pretty much clear a sinking ship without those two at the moment. Paige definitely added some refreshment and something new, and the fans are really getting behind her, so it's a win-win for everybody at the end of the day. Good for business, good for TV ratings, good for us. I enjoyed it. I can't wait till AJ returns and they feud. It's going to be epic. Probably the best Divas feud since, Lita Church maybe. Who knows? Mickey James Church was pretty good. That was underrated.
Yeah, that was. But I was gonna come to Billy if he wants to have his say on the match.
We'll let Billy go last this time. I talked too much.
yeah, that was a good match. Them two, they have a good match. It's trying to find out their match. Alicia Fox just fucking tore apart the announcer table and took JBL's hat and just walked away with it.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that. Oh yeah, of course.
What did he say?
She completely just flipped after the match. She's just gone mad.
It shows she could evoke a reaction though.
But it was really good. I liked it. It just shows that she's not taking
Some said that was like a Chris Jericho flip out almost.
$10 says JBL shit his pants during that segment.
Probably.
Did you see how scared he was?
I guarantee you had no clue that was going to happen.
They look really shocked. I was like, what the fuck is happening? It was like, the crowd was like, holy crap, you wouldn't want to go near her. I mean,
that's just JBL's happy.
But she took JBL's hat. It suits Alicia Fox more than JBL. I don't mind.
It's like, what just happened? We haven't seen that shit from Divas in years.
It's nice to see. It was really good. It should have been, it shows that that's the first time she ever got any spotlight from Alicia Fox. I don't think she's ever got time.
I think she's going to go into working Payback with Paige. That's the second time they faced each other, and Paige got away with the win.
Yeah, if they don't bring
matches, she really did dominate.
Yeah, I liked it. I know she
I
left.
think AJ will probably return after Payback.
Yeah, but
there's been obviously rumors about that, reports. She could be returning. Payback.
But if they, sorry, go ahead.
Obviously, nobody knows when she's gonna return. Those are just they think.
Yeah.
Why don't they do a Divas Money in the Bank match this year? You have the talent somewhat. Paige, AJ, Alicia Fox, Tamina, and Natalya. You could probably throw one or two more in there too. It wouldn't be that bad.
What? You mean Divas Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank?
For the Divas title, like they need to bring up the Divas division to that extent.
Paige won't be in it, of course. But have AJ.
But who knows if she'll be the champion around that time? I think AJ's gonna take it back from her.
I don't think so.
It'd be too soon though.
I don't know. I see her returning after Paige.
No, they're really high on Paige right now. Like, really high on.
No, yeah, she's on a hot streak. She'll have it for a while, but her and AJ are gonna be feuding for a long time. It's gonna be awesome.
Even like for months. I think it's gonna go for months.
Yeah.
For a while.
And then they're gonna probably feud down the line again. So, yeah.
They're like the two main divas, and they're both gonna be there for a long ass time. 27 and 21 years old. They're gonna be there another like 12, 15 years.
Yeah,
who knows how long they want to be there? But if they have the heart like they've shown, to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
They really need to do something.
I don't want that. Go ahead. They're there for a long time, like say 20 years.
Like they need to stop promoting 15 divas, shit like that.
What did you say, Billy?
Total divas. They need to quit doing that shit and grow up.
Yeah. Told you I don't.
I don't think we
I don't even watch
that match.
I mean, I think Layla's got to join Total Divas soon. I think.
Who is?
Yeah. But she's with Fandango, isn't she? I wouldn't be surprised.
That was weird too. I don't even know what the hell was going on there in that scene.
We'll talk about that when we get to the match.
This is definitely, I have to admit, the reality era Triple H mentioned going into WrestleMania. This is a new era. You can call it PG if you want, but it's getting a lot better. They've been delivering, and I would consider it maybe to be the reality era, especially with that segment we're going to get to later. Like they wouldn't have done stuff like that like a year back.
No. For many years it wouldn't be like that. I never seen that for a long, maybe Ruthless Aggression era.
We're probably going to get another Lita segment with the bed in the ring.
Yeah, that was Ruthless Aggression era. That's about then. That's 2007. That's time ago.
That's pretty sick.
That was time ago, yeah, but yeah. I can't believe they did that. I don't know how they did that live.
Yeah.
But yeah, just carry on to business. So following that match, we had Daniel Bryan. I think he had the Daniel Bryan segment. A promo. It was a promo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan, I think he came out, he said it's been a long road to get to the moment, and he's right now. You know, he says that SummerSlam he knew it would be an uphill battle, and you know, he said that, and he says the authority threw everything at him, but him and the Yes Movement beat the odds. He says that when you're a champion, you always gain a giant target on his back, of course. You know, he said that basically, and he said he'd be, you know, taking time off as well. With, he says that Thursday he has a neck, you know, surgery, and there's a chance that his career could be over. But the fact, you know, he is where he is. But he says he will be back. And, you know, try come back soon. But it's serious, you know, neck surgery. I mean, so many people had surgeries. Kurt Angle, Edge, of course, retired from neck surgery. You know, Stone Cold. You know, I can name so many wrestlers. Their careers ended because of neck surgery.
Or it changes their career.
It is. It might change him. He might not be the same. So, but yeah, overall, it was quite emotional. I thought he was going to say he's going to retire at one stage. One stage, I thought he might say, "Oh, this
like,
is it for
no,
me."
not an Edge fucking segment.
Oh, please no! I was like, please no.
Say no.
It's bad enough Edge left.
That's all I was thinking. You know.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Yeah, I move on. I go first with Billy. You know.
Yeah, like I said, when I saw it come out, I was thinking like, hey, please do not end me like that. That would just be too sad. He just won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, and now he needs neck surgery.
Yeah.
They don't know how long it's going to be out.
Could be 6. I don't know. I saw something about 6 or 8 weeks, but I think it's going to be longer than that.
And then there's another thing saying maybe 2 to 3 months to come back SummerSlam. But
serious.
Nobody knows until WWE.com confirms it.
We just don't know what's going to happen. I hope he just comes alright. He comes, you know, doesn't have to retire and that business, because that'd be devastating.
They're saying that the headbutt from the Extreme Rules, they really made it even worse. Apparently.
But he doesn't. He's a guy in the body. He doesn't headbutt him to the head, you know. Maybe he'll have to stop using that move then, you know.
Maybe.
Probably that might have to happen. But
I'm going to be using that move too, so.
Okay, that means you're good. I might have neck surgery. That's bad.
I've always loved that move since I saw Dynamite Kid and Benoit do it.
Yeah. I know, I like it as well.
It's a good move, but you take a risk later on, and you're risking.
I know. So
I'm telling you, dude, it was when he did the headbutt off the forklift. I think that's what did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a risk. Yeah.
Because they said he's quiet backstage after that.
And a lot of attacks. He had a lot of attacks from Kane as well, if you think about it as well.
Yeah, you could tell when he was in the ring, he was definitely upset.
Yeah.
I think too many attacks from Kane, and
he's at the climax of his career right now. He's in his prime.
He's so young. He's only about 33, 32 years old. I mean,
yeah, he's a guy that would stick around for a long time.
Until his body can't take it anymore. I think he's one of those guys.
He's always been a really safe wrestler.
Yeah, he is.
Especially when his output and what he exerts every single night and the moves he does. He's luckily not had as many injuries as most guys.
No, I don't think he's had really much of an injury in WWE. I think this is his first.
Like a Punk, he fractured his skull in like 2003 or 2004. So why? I fractured your skull and like not die.
Oh. Thank God he's alright.
Yeah, he hasn't really had.
Yeah, it was. But if you want to say have your say now, Paul, you can.
All right. Let's say about Daniel Bryan's segment.
Yeah.
The report came out. I think maybe an hour or two before the show started. We read about it. Daniel Bryan later confirmed it on Raw during the show. He did seem very upset. In my opinion, I believe maybe it was the headbutt from the forklift. Maybe he was hurt prior to that, something to do with his neck prior to that. But maybe the headbutt off the forklift kind of like put it all together, and it was just enough to have him get minor surgery in his neck. So, you know, I honestly wish him the best of luck. I know you two guys do too. What I don't understand is we saw Kane later on tonight, so I don't know if I'll just wait till then to say it. So there's a cliff-like hanger at the end of this story. So, you know, people think it's going to be short-term and he's going to be back by Payback. From what we saw later on in the show, wasn't really necessary by any means. And it adds a little insult to injury, and I think he's going to be away longer than people think he is.
It's a serious injury. I don't think they know how serious it is. I mean, and we don't want him rushed back. If he gets rushed back, it could go wrong, and I don't want to see that. And then he has to retire.
None of us want to see that. How major neck surgery really is.
It is. It's just it can break you, can change you.
It's the back of his neck too. They have to cut open the trunk of your neck back here.
I wouldn't want that.
It's not like a sprained ankle. They can come back in a couple of weeks. It's fucking neck surgery.
No, I mean I never really had an operation like that. I had for my teeth.
I think it's going at least 2-3 months.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think he's going to go on for a long time. I don't even maybe end of the year. Honestly.
No, I don't know, but I'd say like two.
I mean, something just before. I mean, I'll say maybe after, maybe summertime, maybe after a little bit. Something like that. Because we don't want him rushed back. You know?
Yeah, like we can't really say
time off.
more.
A bit time off after surgery, so can't rush him back.
We're going to take that spot.
Well, there was a tweak we seen earlier. I think you guys must have seen it. So we can discuss it later when we discuss rumours anyway. There's somebody that wants to take that spot, but we discuss that after.
Yeah, once we get on to the next segment, then we can finish up the whole thing around this, because there is more to it we haven't said. Go ahead.
Let's carry on. So we had, following that, we had six-man tag team match. We had John Cena teaming up with the Usos against the Wyatt family. The rematch from SmackDown, of course. Again, they like rematches. You know, WWE from SmackDown, from Raw. You know, I don't know. This match was pretty. It was alright. It was fine. I mean, I watched this match more than the SmackDown one. I didn't really watch the SmackDown one properly. In the end, I didn't see the Wyatt family winning again. So it's going to be Cena.
Well, they won it in SmackDown.
Yeah, so it's got to be Cena's team, obviously. So Cena came out to win, of course. Beat the AA. To Eric Rowan for the 3 count. It wasn't going to be Bray Wyatt. So it was going to be. It was going to be either Luke Harper or Eric Rowan. I think he didn't tap out at least. But yeah, it was alright match. Knew it was going to happen. Yeah, that's it. I mean, after the match, you had Bray kind of like a little segment. You know, he was kind of smiling with that creepy smile, telling John Cena, "Thank you." He said, "Thank you for making him realise what he has to do." You know, and then he said, follow the buzzards. You know, John Cena looked kind of like, why is he saying that? I was like, okay, but it was brilliant. Bob Bray. I mean, even his team lost, he's like still smiling and saying, I think he meant as in, I know what Cena's kind of weakness. I know what I'm going to have to do at Payback, basically, to beat him. So, even though he's beat him before, but you know, he's got like a quicken under his sleeve. You know, he's got something. He's always thinking. Yeah. Great. Anyway, I like the after, of course. So let's move to Billy. You want to have your view on the match and after?
Yeah, the match was a rematch on Friday. Good match. I guess they want Cena to win. They want me to win the rematch and tag team match, but overall the match was decent. Then Bray Wyatt's promo, I liked it.
Yeah, it was short and sweet. I liked it too. I thought it was really good. I thought that was better than the match, you know, of course. But it was an okay match. I wouldn't want to see it again. But yeah. We move to Paul. Paul, you want to have yourself?
what really stuck out to me is how John Cena got the win in the match last night on Raw, but on SmackDown, Luke Harper got the pin. So, you know, they're really, I guess, added to the storyline, the ongoing storyline with Bray Wyatt and John Cena. Wyatt can't get it done by himself, really. He needs help but he's still getting in Cena's head mentally. You know, I thought it was an okay match. You know, it wasn't anything special. The Usos and Luke Harper and Eric Rowan actually have better chemistry than most think. Harper and Rowan were in the match for the majority of it. They really dictated the pace. Bray Wyatt pulled the strings. He was the puppeteer, and at the end they didn't get the win. Cena got the win, but it's just a filler to me. It was alright. I thought it could have been better.
Could have been. The
promo at the end was great, though. You know, we're gonna see Bray Wyatt go to new limits to finish off John Cena, and I really think it's gonna heat up. Like he who knows what he's gonna do? He's probably one of the most unpredictable wrestlers of all time. With that choir, it speaks for itself. Like, what the fuck is that? So I would definitely say he is unpredictable. So who knows what he's gonna do?
Maybe the kid, or he might use the kid again, little Johnny.
Maybe kidnap Nikki Bella. Who knows what he's gonna do?
Oh, that'd be nice, but I don't want to scream and, you know.
No. Hopefully, tape
bad
them
enough.
out.
Yeah. They need to go to acting school.
What if John Cena's dad follows the Buzzards?
Oh my God! God.
He got too many punk kicks in the head from Randy Orton. Now he follows the Buzzards.
You know, the funny thing is, have the Wyatt family just invades his house, attacks him, and he only puts a sheep mask on his face.
Oh my God!
And it's
like
just follow the Buzzards.
John Cena's like in the ring cutting a promo at Raw or SmackDown or something, and then like the Titan Shrine just goes, and it's a feat of John Cena's house. All you see is a sheep mask on the front lawn, or something like that. That'd be badass with a kid next to it. A lantern.
Yeah, they go, we're here, and Cena's like, what?
You can see the lights inside the house.
And then you have the camera going in the house, and you don't see nothing, and then you see laying down with a sheep mask on his face. And it has like written down, follow the Buzzards or something. That'd pretty be badass. I would love that. I mean, I'm sure he could does a better job than the Miz's dad.
Yeah, probably. Bad.
But yeah, the Miz's dad.
The Miz's dad is so cool.
Hey, how come we don't work?
I've never seen that face.
How do we work for creative team?
He'd be perfect. He could sell anything. Anything. Face. But yeah, let's move on anyway. Carry on. To after the break we had was it Evolution? Evolution came down to the ring. Yeah, you know, they were in an angry mood. You know, they had Orton got the mic. He says he had enough, and he knows Batista had enough as well. And he says it's time to put the hounds of justice to sleep. And then Triple H talked. He said maybe it's time for them to finish the Shield off. He says, you know, he knows how good they are, but they got big for themselves, you know, pretty much. But he says he says also they want to get their rematch of Payback, of course. We don't know what kind of match it will be. Might be just a normal match, but yeah, pretty much it really. I mean, Batista also said he had enough and that he wants a match with Roman Reigns. Obviously, their match was the main event, Roman Reigns against Batista, which is the first time ever two beasts against each other. So we'll see. But yeah, it was, you know, this segment was fine. It was fine, not too bad. But I preferred the Shields one. But we come to Billy.
Seth Rollins came out of nowhere.
He pulled his legs out from under him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Seth Rollins.
I guess about Triple H was going to carry on talking, and he just flattened him in his face from the behind. I don't know. It come from the crowd under the ring.
They came out of the crowd.
He like slid underneath them and came out of nowhere.
that was pretty fun. They just again got the better hand against Evolution. That was twice in one night. So the Shield's got all the momentum going. Evolution looks like they're just losing this. They're losing the battle, you could say. 2 battles. Or they'll lose the war again. We'll see at Payback. But first off, go with Billy. You want to have your say?
I thought it was alright. The teeth was pitching, like always. And Seth Rollins just comes out of nowhere and fucking takes him out. She would come and take him out.
That's funny, yeah. That was really funny, actually, how he done it. He's like a ninja of the night, that's why I think
I was looking like, wait, what the hell? Where'd he come from?
Come from under the ring or somewhere.
Yeah, funny.
Behind the announce table, perhaps. Yeah.
Probably. Or sitting on the side somehow.
He's like Spider-Man as well. But yeah, pretty much. But let's go with now we have Paul. You know, have your
Yeah, once again, Triple H with another adapter parish promo. I thought it was a good promo. The Shield was probably a little better in the beginning, especially with their beat down. But lo and behold, what do you know? Here they come again. Seth Rollins rips Triple H's feet right out from under him. Fucking hits the ground. They all start going at it. I really enjoyed this segment. The Shield is opposed to the walls. They're not gonna stop. They can't stop. They're gonna take it all the way to Evolution until Evolution finally perishes, because they're the ones who aren't adapting at the moment. But overall, it's just leading to another match at Payback, and we got Raw. Next Raw is the last one before Payback, so I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. I think maybe the Shield are going to end up getting beat down going into the pay-per-view, bill them as the underdogs, injuries and whatnot, have them come out on top. But that's just me. So I enjoyed it, and there was still more to come. So
I like how Batista keeps spilling on the mic. Do you realise that? He always keeps spilling on the mic. I was like, really? Does he have to?
That's nothing to me.
Like, keep it inside you. You don't have to see it.
You keep forgetting you have to spend mic just to talk.
Just don't let him talk. Just let Triple H talk.
It's like he takes it too serious. Like, you really get mad.
Yeah, I mean, we will see a Payback, the match. I don't know, I've got a feeling that the Evolution will win by a cheat. I don't know why.
I think Shield's going to win.
Because the Shield won already. They already won against the Evolution.
I see Evolution falling again.
Yeah, me too. Because then I see Batista leaving.
Probably, yeah, well, Batista definitely leaving. Yeah, then you have a new guy coming in.
I think this time they're going to fuck him up bad.
But I think they should add, like, kind of like a, I don't know.
A DQ match or
something like a Hell in a Cell or something.
Oh my god.
Imagine having a Hell in a Cell.
Don't you think maybe they should have built the storyline later on, maybe, and waited till Elimination Chamber? They could have done a 3-on-3 elimination in the chamber.
That would have been awesome.
Or they should have did, like, War Games.
Or they could even do it, War Games or have chamber.
If they want to take out the first couple rows of seating, they'll lose a lot of money in in-house tickets, so.
Oh, you could have Elimination Chambers, especially. I mean, I remember they used to have it Survivor Series in SummerSlam.
See, that's a dumb idea of having gimmick pay-per-views, because you can't always do what you want. You have to wait till that time of year to do it.
I know, why? I don't like.
Sometimes the opportunity arises for something like that, and you can't do it.
The Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. That makes no
I remember
sense.
Survivor Series was awesome.
That's why I prefer to have Money in the Bank at fucking WrestleMania as a special attraction, as opposed to having a gimmick pay-per-view of it. Same thing with Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
exactly.
It makes no sense.
Bring back King of the Ring and take away Hell in a Cell.
Okay, it makes no sense. They only have 2 Hell in a Cell matches. That's it. The rest are just normal.
And they're not even that. There's nothing really special about them as well. There haven't been really any good Hell in a Cell matches in that pay-per-view, really.
They didn't make like a regular match. Like, come on.
What was the last good one?
I can't remember.
Mankind was good in 2000. The 6-man one was good too.
Probably the one with.
What Lesnar and Undertaker was really good.
That was 03, I believe.
Undertaker Edge.
What about CM Punk and Undertaker?
That was good. That was 2009. Yeah, that was good.
That was probably the last one.
Yeah.
I think that was it's either 2009, 2010, something like that. It was the last
2009
one.
was the last time they had good Hell in a Cell matches.
That's why I think it's ridiculous, these gimmick matches. I mean, you said Money in the Bank, Paul. I prefer it WrestleMania as well. I don't think they should have a pay-per-view. Since now titles are unified, I don't see what's the point of two Money in the Bank matches. I mean, you could have a Divas Money in the Bank, but I don't know. I think it's better at WrestleMania. I mean, I think it's always better at WrestleMania. I don't. That's just.
It feels on the match that you don't really care for, you know.
No, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, Money in the Bank pay-per-view always has been good, and he has delivered compared to Hell in a Cell and other gimmick pay-per-views. So that's probably the only gimmick pay-per-view I like. But yeah.
Yeah, that's only one Money in the Bank. That's it.
Yeah, that's it really. Yeah. Yeah, of course, RVD was returned last year at Money in the Bank, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on anyway. Let's move on. From the segment with Revolution, we had Divas match, which was Nikki Bella against Natalia. What can I say about this?
I feel bad.
I don't know what to say about it, to be
I
honest.
feel bad for her.
I thought it was a decent match.
Oh my god! Wait,
Was really?
was it even a match or was it just?
I mean, this was for Total Divas for sure. I mean, they would keep plugging. They kept saying, "Oh, because these two had a cat fight in Total Divas, or because of a painting or breeding."
Well, yeah, that's how the build-up around the match was. But as far as the in-ring part of the match, I thought there was some decent chain wrestling shown by both.
I couldn't even pay attention to the match.
I mean, they're having the match because Nikki Bella didn't like her painting or something because it was
I don't even
sad.
know. The one she painted for Brie, the Daniel Bryan one, for Daniel Bryan and Brie, was actually pretty good. I kind of liked it.
She should be grateful. I mean, she should be grateful that she painted for a picture like that because it sounded like Nikki was the heel.
You know your painting sucks if someone wants to fight you over it.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness,
it looked
like Natalia was stressing out, and it looked like maybe they're going to build to it. They could possibly build to a heel turn in the future with her. And I think maybe a heel turn is the only thing that's going to get her pushed because she's so stale as that face gimmick. And I think it'll revamp her and give her a new
no
look
one cares
and
about
style. I think if she's a heel, she runs as a heel, she might get into that spotlight that she's been so desperately wanting for so long.
Because she's really is no disrespect for her, but she's been really stale for years. I mean, she's a good wrestler, no doubt, but as a whole,
there's nothing going on. It's
when
just
she
wrestling.
speaks, she bores the hell out of me. There's nothing. She had that
She has so many title shots that they,
I don't know. She's been pretty boring. I don't know what to say about her. She keeps saying about her Uncle Brett and this.
Okay, Uncle Brett. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, okay, I don't really care.
No more? Is he in WWE? No. He's fucking sitting at home watching you. Fucking job.
I don't care. He probably gave that match 4 out of 10. So, pretty much.
Right.
I mean, they had the signs out, so I might as well say it.
I'm talking about Brett. Brett's nothing special.
I mean, I would give that match a 1 out of 10 because it was terrible, but that's just me. But it was. It wasn't even a match.
Half the stuff they did in the match that you guys couldn't do. There's no way. It wasn't that bad.
I couldn't pay attention.
I thought it was awful.
People outside with the fucking numbers like this going.
I mean, come on.
I just ignored it. I didn't watch the match.
I can't ignore that. Something that aggravates me. It just gets me.
I just felt that they kind of destroyed that match by having those whole divas, like Eva Marie having. That's a 6.
Would you rather have Eva Marie inside of the ring, or would you rather have Eva Marie outside?
I'd rather have her nowhere.
You know what I want? Keep her Total Divas. Keep her in Total Divas.
Her backstage and her be the water boy.
Just keep her in Total Divas.
If she's not going to be outside the ring, she's going to be in it. So would you rather see Eva Marie in the ring that last night?
I wouldn't want to see her in the arena.
Oh, I want her
exactly.
Out.
Point made.
I want her out with WWE.
But yeah, I hear you. I understand. I mean, I would prefer her. Yes, in a way, I would prefer her out of the ring. Yes, not in the ring. No, because she can't wrestle for shit. But yeah,
Natalia's a good diva or a women's wrestler, and Nikki's okay.
Yeah.
Nikki's okay. She's not great or good really, but she's
She
alright.
improved. Nikki has improved. Be fair to her.
I think they both have.
I think Bree's better.
Yeah, I think Bree's a little better too.
Just a tiny bit more better.
I think they're both shit. Sorry.
I wouldn't say they're shit. Yeah, I mean, they were shit, but
Yeah,
I think they moved on.
They're top 9 dicks.
I mean, you had Daniel Bryan. You got Daniel Bryan. You know, husband. You know, kind of trained Bree. I think.
I don't think he trains her. She would.
I don't think so.
I think you don't think so. I think so, a little bit. I think she, you know.
I don't think he does, because you would be able to point it out.
They don't really hang out that much.
Daniel Bryan's never around. He's like too high up in the company to be stuck here. Like, you know how you see him hanging out at the NXT rings or something like that, or at the training center. Like Daniel Bryan doesn't get time to do that.
No,
that's true.
The only time they hang out is when they work out with John Cena and Nikki.
I did see some video of that. I don't know.
That's the only time they hang out.
So I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Well, John Cena. Well, John Cena and Nikki Bella definitely. I mean,
they work out together.
They don't work out. They don't train. I mean, he's too busy for that.
I think Nikki Bella fucking.
I can't train with you today. I'll buy you a new house.
I've got a mansion. I got a second mansion in Los Angeles of them. I don't know. But yeah, I'm too busy buying mansions.
He has like 30 cars. Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
He works for it though. He works for it.
Yeah. But it's about the wrestling more important than where you live. Obviously, you want to live in a nice big house, but you know what I mean. Mansions. Yeah. Some people can afford them, some people can't. Cena can.
Most people.
So people like Cena can. Yeah. So yep. Any other thoughts of it, or before I just move on?
Yeah, I'm down for moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. Okay, from that we had another match. After that we had Sheamus against, he's the new United States champion. Non-title match against Curtis Axel.
Agree or disagree? That went too long.
I agree. Yeah, it was far too long. The match was pretty dull, in my opinion. I wasn't really excited about it. I just thought, just get on with it, end the match, hurry up. You know who's gonna win. Sheamus hit the bros kick. Ooh. Well, no, actually he tapped out. No, he used a Colga leaf. Tapped out, didn't he? Curtis Axel tapped out. Yeah.
I like
he didn't use the bros kick, but the Colga leaf used that. Tapped out. Haven't seen that for a long time actually.
Scissor's kick too. I like the bro kick finisher.
I always like the bros kick. Just don't. I don't like him being a face, but he shows that he's not turning heel as reports. He looks happy. He was shaking fans' hands, and he looks smiling. Doesn't seem like he's turning heel.
But the way WWE's been delivering lately since WrestleMania 30, I don't see them. It even being logical to put Sheamus in Evolution. I think that was just a complete hoax.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think I'm throwing the dirt sheets.
Yeah, they get it wrong. They don't. The dirt sheets not always get it right anyway. A lot of time they're wrong. I mean, Sheamus doesn't need to be in Evolution anyway. Actually, he's done everything there is. So I don't see what's the point. But yeah, I mean after that, Ryback got angry, so he wanted a match, so we end up Sheamus having a second match. Wonderful, isn't it? Have another match. I want to see.
This is my expression when Curtis Axel got beat. Yay! Oh
no. Afraid I've got some bad news, Paul. We're going to have to see another long match.
A double dose of bad news.
And it's Ryback.
It's Ryback.
Yay.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Ryback.
Poor Ryback.
I prefer him than Curtis Axel, but it's still. Oh, God. But we know who's going to win.
Curtis Axel.
But pretty much, again, Sheamus won the match again. He did. Again, twice in a row. Yeah,
There's not much to say about it, really. It is what it is.
Well, he was trying to do the shell shock, and then he came, jumped off of him, and then he just
broke.
They're
trying to build him a strong champion. Well, I could understand that. So You know, there's not really much to go into detail about.
No, it's not much. It was pretty long. It was dire. But yeah, they're going to book him as a strong champion, as you said. He's the United States champion, but I don't know. Having 2 matches was overkill. Even having 1 match with Curtis Axel for that long is overkill for me. Put me to sleep. But yeah, not again. No.
I mean, it was already have 1 match, but 2? 2's overkill, even worse.
But well, even the first match was overkill for that long.
Yeah, first match was long.
Both matches together was like 16 fucking minutes or 18 minutes. I was like,
Can you-
whoa.
I was like, couldn't you have something else that had creative, something else with other wrestlers, like Dolph Ziggler, do something. Yeah, could have Dolph Ziggler there or something. I don't know.
I'd rather have
Maybe
Dolph
more
Ziggler
entertaining.
than Jordan.
Could have done like, you know, done the challenge for the United States title or something.
Shit, if you didn't have Klein come out, my client has contradiction.
Yeah, there was no Cesaro. There was no Cesaro and Paul Heyman. There's a
Yeah.
I was like, no, he's not going to say what Lesnar conquered the streak about 100 times to the crowd, you know, or on the commentary. But yeah, let's move on anyway. Let's carry on. From that match to was it? Well, Stephanie McMahon came out. Yeah, of course, she makes her waiters down to the ring. She said, Brian.
Yeah.
You know, she said at the end of the day, he's got to undergo a neck surgery on Thursday. But she says she simply proves that he is simply not A+ player. So, oh, here we go again. She said at the end of the day, he cannot prove for the fans. And she said he has to do what's best for business. And then in the end, you had Kane music hits. Drags Brian, looks like he's half dead. I mean, he was just dragging him to the stage, you know. It was oh god. And then he had the stretcher come out, you know, with the referees and MNTs. You had Brie Bella there, and then that was it, really. I mean, they carried him out stage, the stretcher. So, yeah, any opinions on that, Billy? On Stephanie?
Yeah, her face was priceless. After they left with the ambulance, her face was priceless.
She looked like all innocent, like it wasn't my fault. I never said that to Kane. I never told Kane to do
They
that.
shut it and she's like she's evil.
It was funny, yeah. And then Bree said like, "Just back off, yeah, back off." I was expecting another bitch word coming out. But
I thought she was gonna slap her at first.
Oh hell no.
I was gonna call her some other word. I don't know, whore or something. I don't know. But you know, she looked pretty pissed. She looked pretty pissed after Stephanie. She looked like that monster inside her coming out. But yeah, she wasn't happy. But yeah, let's move to Paul. You know, your opinion.
Like before, we were talking about Daniel Bryan leaving. He had to get neck surgery. Not really sure. It's all speculation on how long he's really going to be out. So I wanted to elaborate a little bit further. But Kane dragging him out, they really did add insult to injury with that, because we already know he's going to be out for an unknown period of time, whether it be 2 weeks or 2 months. And with Kane giving him a beatdown, that's just adding to the storyline. Not only the storyline, but how long he's actually going to be out for. Like this could be a long due process. We might not see him back maybe for 4 or 5 months. I don't know why they would add that extra beatdown. Maybe to still build him as the ultimate underdog still when he comes back in maybe two weeks to 2 months. But I don't know. That's the period for me.
That's a serious injury, though. I don't know.
Right. Like Billy said, Stephanie's face, her facial expression was priceless. She acted like she cared. Daniel Bryan getting lifted into the ambulance by the EMTs on the Gertie. Brie Bella, there was definitely some animosity between Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon, and it showed, and they're probably most likely building to something with that, in my opinion. Maybe a match. Something of some sort will happen eventually. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm really hoping Daniel Bryan gets his surgery done, gets out of there quick recovery, gets back into the ring as soon as possible, but not too fast.
Not too fast, and do what he loves doing, wrestling, of course. And pulls through quickly, but as you said, you don't want him to rush. That's the bad thing in that. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So, let's move on to match now. We were discussing earlier about Fandango and Layla. We had Layla having Fandango having a match with Dolph Ziggler. They versed each other quite a lot of times. It was an alright match, nothing spectacular. You know, you had really, Ziggler kind of got distracted a little bit from Layla, and then a heel was stuck on the like in the ring, the apron of it. Couldn't move it. Fandango was trying to tell her to go, basically, and then he didn't look, and he walked backwards, and then Dolph Ziggler did the zigzag for the win.
A beautiful zigzag. Fandango sold it like hell.
Oh yeah, he's a good wrestler. That's why I'm always a fan of Fandango. He's great. But Fandango he's been losing a lot. At least it wasn't a match with Santino. So.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are they doing with Ziggler? They have this prime real estate on their hands, and they're not going to sell it. Let him go out there and steal the show. Put him.
You can't.
There's other wrestlers of that caliber that aren't really doing anything right now, where you could really just pull the plug in that storyline and start up something new. But I don't know what it really is with them and why they keep holding this guy back. And I understand keeping him down to see if they fight back and push and improve more, so they come up stronger. They deserve it, and they earn their spot on their pay dues. But this is a long way to process. Ziggler deserves it. Like it's like you're really burying this guy into it now. It's like it's kind of turning into burial. And no, I don't throw that term around there like the IWC.
No, I don't.
But right now, Damian Sandow is under the bus. Dolph Ziggler has been there long enough to say he's been being buried.
I mean, I think it's time. I mean, he would be perfect guy for. I would say one of the guys I would choose to join Evolution when Batista goes.
I honestly
his career.
Want to see Dolph Ziggler as a Paul Heyman guy. It'd be like a modern day Rick Rude mixed with Kurt Hennig. And Ziggler's a guy that could pull that off, and Heyman, obviously, we already know what he can do. So, think about it. I think Ziggler would be if Ziggler was a heel and with Paul Heyman, that's championship material all day. Ziggler in his own right is championship material, so
he should be in the main event. My opinion is that. He lost his title. We know how he lost his title. The story goes there, but I mean, as a Paul Heyman guy, I'd be pretty. I would take that. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I mean, I think the partnership would work. I mean, Heyman on the mic, you know how good he is, and Dolph Ziggler just stealing the show in the ring, winning
has that
titles.
Cockiness. He has the cockiness to bring that Rick Rude style back.
I mean, Paul Heyman, I think, it could be, as you said, the moderate Rick Rude, with Kurt hanging. Got he's a bit of Billy Gunn as well. But if he turns heel, but you got Cesaro as a Paul Heyman guy, so I don't know, it'd be too. You don't want to do what they did before, have Curtis Axel and then suddenly you had Ryback. Too quick.
It wouldn't work
too
now,
soon.
no, because Cesaro's more of a face and Heyman's a heel, but they still want to build Cesaro as a face, but Ziggler as an all-out heel can do great things.
Unless you're going to break Cesaro quite quick and then suddenly he replaces him with Dolph Ziggler, then. Yeah.
I'm not saying it would happen, I'm just saying that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know why they've overlooked
it probably won't happen now. We like to be, creative, in our opinion, but after the match, again, you saw them again doing it as a Fandango and Layla kind of kissing again.
I don't understand what they're doing this.
And then he said he said something like, "Oh, it's not your fault. I don't blame you. I love you. Make me feel like nobody else does."
Oh my
I thought,
god.
why am I watching? Is it romantic film I'm trying to watch, or is it
It's pretty much like,
wrestling?
I think he was taking a shot at somebody.
Well, basically anybody who was with Fandango, even the previous dancers, were saying like, nobody was like Layla, and Layla's everything. They're gonna get married and whatever. So yeah,
That's what I was hoping. I really hope there's not a Raw wedding. I can see
probably
them
it will
going
be
to have a Raw
done.
wedding and Santino and Emma crash it. If they do that, I'll
the
be
wedding
so mad.
crashes.
No, they're gonna be wedding and then Summer Rae's gonna crash it. Beat shit everybody up.
And then he just.
Oh
and then it will-
no, don't do that. No.
Oh god, don't book it. Don't book it.
I really hope WWE's not
I don't
watching.
know. I just see that like happening. I don't know why.
They might take it, you know. They might do it, you never know.
Yeah,
I
Summer
mean,
Rae, she was filming a movie, so
yeah, Marine 4, I think it was.
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, forget about that, please.
Yeah. We don't want that happening. I mean, it's not really PG what they did as well, so that was kind of surprised me. So I
Yeah.
haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah.
But it's reality era, so we now have some edginess. Just get used to it. So, yeah, let's move on anyway. Let's carry on. To what happened? We had was it Hacksaw Jim Duggan who came down the ring unusually with the
USA.
where was the USA flag? Come on, you're supposed to present you guys. Where was the USA flag? Ooh. No USA flag. Probably too much. His backside, but yeah, I mean, he came down to the ring. And then I had to starting to feel, I think, oh yeah, Rusev is going to interrupt him. Well, Lana and Rusev will come out. Kind of had that feeling because he keeps saying, "Oh, USA," and then he was going to stop. He was going to talk, and then he had the wrestling. It was the queen of wrestling, Lana. She came down, pretty much. She said, Rusev is proud to represent Russia, pin in, the Russian president, of course.
Vladimir Putin.
Putin. Oh, but he's not even Russian. He's Bulgarian, but anyway, he's from Bulgaria. Why are they doing
Well,
it?
if he's Russian. He's representing Russia,
Yeah.
even though it's like on the other side, almost the other side of the world.
So what's the point? Just say he's Bulgarian.
Russia and pretty much Europe.
Yeah. I mean, he had some booze there, and she said to Hacksaw, has one chance to beg for mercy, and Hacksaw said no, of course, and then
Oh.
no.
I love
It would have
Hacksaw.
been funny if he actually come right up to Lana and said no.
Oh.
However, he broke a 2x4 and half over his leg. That's badass, man.
He snapped it. He snapped it like.
I don't believe that was a real 2x4.
No.
I think it was pretty broken.
Yeah, I mean, he carried on in NXT for a while.
When I did MMA,
Rusev did it.
those things.
They break
Rusev
upon a
used-
certain amount of impact.
I mean, I was going to say Rusev carried a 4x4, like, he put the guy's name down, like he was going to wrestle, and then he breaks it.
Yeah.
Kind of when he in the beginning, when he was NXT.
Yeah, that was before he had Lana. Right?
When he didn't have Lana, when he was going to
Yeah.
Lana, and solo. But yeah, then, Lana told Rusev to crush. I like when she says crush. I don't know why.
Crash!
Crush! She can crush. I like when she says it.
Crash!
And then he was about to, attack, of course, Hacksaw, but then you had, out of nowhere, to save the day,
Biggie Smalls.
Big E running down. Look how he runs, oh my god. Oh.
It's like a
What
duck.
is it?
He runs like a
It looks
duck.
stupid. It looks stupid when he runs. He looks like a retard.
He wobbles.
I mean those man boobs. Like, joking.
No, wasn't Hacksaw in the corner just chanting USA?
Oh god. I was like, we were talking about having him a feud with Big E. Well, we said it, didn't we, last week, a few weeks ago. Well, here we go. We're gonna have a feud. First feud with Big E. It's gonna be Big E and Rusev. You got to fight a payback probably. But yeah, at last he's gonna have real competition, Rusev. Yes, Rusev. I'm down with that. You know, I think it'd be fine. I mean, I'm up to that. Don't know about the match quality, but we see. But yeah, it was quite funny. At some point, I mean, he did destroy Big E in the end. Big E didn't really save much. You know, he just attacked him, and that was it. He walked out. He was in the left him beat. Pretty much it. I was like, hey, go Rusev. You know,
He just took the ass whooping.
Actually, yes, it was like no point saving Hacksaw. It was like you gotta get your ass whooped anyway. But yeah, Sans tall. He leaves. We can move on, but I don't know where Paul's gone. Arabian Wolf. Where's the Wolfie?
I don't know, he just left.
I mean, I want to move on unless he's got any last thoughts on it. No. I mean, we can get back to him, man. I was carry on with the. Following that, we had Damien Sandow versus Cody Rhodes. You had him coming down, kind of, you know. I think he said something before the match. He said, "Oh, if you guys didn't see the pre-show or something, it's like it's your loss or something. And if you did see the pre-show, you know what I mean." Apparently, it was a pipe bomb. I didn't see it actually. I should have. Didn't see it. I need to look at it actually.
Yeah,
I need to see it. Apparently, it's a pipe bomb he did on the pre-show. I don't know. He ain't no CM Punk, so I don't know. He's good, but he ain't CM Punk. But only one guy does pipe bombs. Save it for CM Punk. But I mean, the match, you know, they had obviously history. You know, of course, they were tag team partners. Yeah, Sandow turned on Cody and Money in the Bank, I think, last year to win the Money in the Bank. So, but yeah, again, you know, fortunately for Sandow, he lost in the losing streak. For Sandow, he lost because of the disaster kick from Cody and had to win. But he had the distraction. I think Cody. I think distraction Goldust, and then he hit the disaster kick, so he kind of had help from Goldust to win. But he's in a losing streak, so he had to win whatever how. So even Cody's in a losing streak, so they look like they're fine. Cody Rhodes and Goldust. There doesn't look like any heat between them, those two, but it was happy for Cody to win. But I feel sorry for Sandow. I really want Sandow to win. But, I mean, it was okay, not bad match. But I've seen better matches with them when they face each other. But yeah. So let's go with Billy first. So Billy.
Yeah. I thought it was a good match. You see not wrestling in Magneto outfit.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, it was alright. I'm not saying I've seen better. They had better matches. But we go with Paul. Thoughts. And even before.
I just really want to mention. I knew I walked away before with the Rusev thing. I just want to jump back to that real.
Yeah, I was going to say before that as well.
You know, in that segment, we got to see a legend come back. We got to see Jim Duggan make a quick return. We got to see Lana cut a great promo, and man, did she really get a good reaction from the crowd. You know, everything she says, they hang on her last word. It's just not her looks. She does evoke a good reaction, in my opinion. So she's doing really well for herself so far. So we got to see him. We got to see Lana cut a good promo. We got to see a feud start between Big E and Rusev. And also they even promoted the WWE Network in Vikings House. So that's the mastermind of the night, in my opinion. How many birds could you kill with one stone? They killed 4 or 5 right there. I really enjoyed it. Going into the Damien Sandow versus Cody Rhodes, I think they could have had a better match. It wasn't anything special, but I didn't have a problem with it either. I thought there was a couple of cool little spots you added that, Goldust did help a little bit with Cody again when he was on a downward spiral in a way. He wasn't really getting momentum. He was more losing matches and falling in deeper and deeper into a hole. I don't know if they're going to continue with the storyline with Goldust and Cody, if they're going to play off of that angle and have them go into a feud or work a program together in the future. But I'm open for it, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, it seems like they're fine now, Cody Rhodes and Goldust, but I'm sure if another loss between if Cody lose, I'm sure he will just turn on Goldust, it looks like. But like I said, I would like Goldust to turn heel.
I mean, if they do it,
I think Cody needs it more to get over the crowd than Goldust does. And Goldust has done it. But
I think
Cody's
the
good as a
crowd will
heel.
connect to,
So.
but I think the crowd will connect to Goldust better if he were face. And as a heel, you know, he doesn't have to necessarily go out there to get cheered, to get not necessarily get over, but make a name for himself, make an impact. And he's one of those guys that deserves a main event spot, but he hasn't really gone out there and done anything to stick out and make his name known. Give him that benchmark, that timeline spot in his career where people can look back and go, you know, wow, this is where Cody Rhodes really became Cody Rhodes. This is where people started watching him. This is where he got interesting. He doesn't really have that timeline spot, and he really needs that. And I think him and Goldust could bring it to that next level with a blood versus blood feud. I think he could bring out the best in Cody, and I think it'll be great for his career. I really do. You know, he needs that spot. I think when it comes to brother versus brother, you can really get down and dirty to the nitty gritty, and they could go out and have a really good feud.
Oh yeah. I mean, they could. I could say they could still. If they have a match, I don't know.
That'd be a great main card feud.
Payback or something like that. It would be pretty. I could think they could steal the show. I think they would have actually a really good match.
They have the potential to steal the show.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see Cody Rhodes win the Money in the Bank. You know, I know Cesaro probably will win it, but
I hope Ziggler wins again this year.
Two-time winner. Well, Edge is. Yeah, I mean, Punk's the one who held it twice, but Edge has held it twice as well.
Yeah, but he held it once while it was a gimmick pay-per-view and once while it was at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Which I think is so stupid.
Yeah, because Mr. Anderson, I think it was Mr. Anderson. Kennedy, actually.
Kennedy.
I think
Kennedy sounded so much better.
He was so over. Oh my god.
He was. He was doing a good job.
I really liked him. I thought he was really good. I was like, oh, this guy's good. Maybe he's beating like people like Chris Benoit and The Undertaker. I thought, oh,
he did the rolling senton. He did the rolling senton to Sheamus off the ladder. That was badass. Or not Sheamus, I'm sorry. Hornswoggle. They look the same.
From the top rope, that finisher was pretty cool. Actually, I like that. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's continue. Following that match, we had was it Bray? I think Bray Wyatt cut like a promo into another one. In the big screen, he said all humans are flawed, and said it's greed and lust for power that makes them into parasites. He says that Cena is no longer. He asked, he said what? He asked when did the tale between them will end, and he says that Cena will never give up, even if he is in the last man standing. He says he'll make sure he's the last man standing tall. And he said that it was short. It wasn't long. It was quite short, but he made his point.
Cena from the WWE.
But it's hinting there's going to be a last man standing match between John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. But they said some reports it might be an I Quit match. I think it's going to be a last man standing. I mean, Cena has a good problem.
That's perfect. I want to hear Cena say I quit.
Yeah, okay, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, that's not. I mean, I could dream about him saying I quit, but
yeah, that's not going to happen.
I remember he had that fake. Was it a Miz match? Was it against the Miz? That I Quit match, and Miz pretended Cena said I quit. He had his phone recorded or something.
That's funny.
I was like, what? And then the ref found out. Said the phone, and he heard it, but I ain't got no man. He didn't say he quit.
Yeah.
Like, oh god. But yeah, I mean, Cena has a good record. The problem with why I quit and last man standing matches.
Last man standing only lost one.
He lost once, I think, to Del Rio. I think Del Rio was from interference or something. I think no, it might have
he
been
lost against Edge because Big Show.
And he lost about 2 matches, and he lost 2 last because he did lose to Del Rio.
Lighting, whatever it was, the lighting.
Yeah, he did a choke slam to that spotlight. Massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm all for. Like I said, the promo was really good. He delivered it. He made his point. And, we'll see what happens at Payback. Any thoughts, really? I've already said to you.
No, it's just it's pretty much a challenge. Like you see Blake there, he wants to challenge him to the last man standing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. What about you, Paul?
I thought it was a good promo, and it definitely hinted to a last man standing match. And if that's the case, I'm all for it. I would really like to see that. No one really knows what's going to happen. It does look like they are building to Cena winning this feud at the end of the day, and I really hope he doesn't. I really hope Bray Wyatt goes over.
Yeah.
He has the credibility. He has the demeanor. He has the character. He has the mic skills. He's building the in-ring ability day by day. Overall, you know, he's a star in the making, and one of the biggest household names that WWE's put out in a long time. So, you know, what can we really say about a feud like this? It's the top heel versus the top face of the company. You know,
pretty much.
I'm really enjoying this feud so far, and it's actually brought out the best in Cena a little bit too.
But he has. It's definitely made him a little bit, you know, change his ways a little bit. Not a lot, but it has helped Cena in a way. It's made him a bit more interesting. I remember he dressed up like the Wyatt family this time, and he had that sheep mask. I mean, that was classic. I mean, that was really good. I liked that. I actually liked it. But yeah, pretty much we'll see. I think it's going to be a last man standing match, as we said. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully, Cena doesn't get up and then Bray loses, and that'd be disaster. It'd be nice. I know I'm going to say it, but it might not happen. But it'd be nice if it's been a clean win with no Wyatt family helping him for the win. Just Cena needs to just lose clean. I know he keeps saying he wants to help the talent. Put someone over. Someone other like Bray Wyatt. You need to stop put people over. You know, don't. Yes. Yeah. Pretty much. Got to say about that. So let's move on to the main event of the night. It was Roman Reigns, one member of the Shield, against Batista, one member of the Evolution. You know, this for a main event, it's not bad. It was fine. I wouldn't say it was great, but you had, you know, at ringside you have, you know, Triple H, Randy Orton, and you had Seth Rollins and Dean. You know there was going to be some kind of interference. I didn't think Roman's going to win this, and I didn't think Batista's going to win. I thought this was just going to be interference, no contest match, which it was. There was no contest match because Triple H takes Reigns outside the ring. That's why it was over. Because before they did the Superman punch, dragged him out. And that was it. They were just batting each other back and forth, pretty much. You know, that was it. And then Shield had the upper hand, and Stephanie, I think, came out. You know, she called the whole roster. The heel
was awesome.
It just shows that, you know, Evolution, even though it was so dominant, they needed more guys to try to take the Shield out. Just made the Shield unstoppable.
What I really like about it is, even though Triple H knows he's making Evolution look really weak, he knows at the end of the day, people aren't focusing on that. They're focusing on how awesome and how strong the Shield's looking. So
yeah,
you really got to give it to Triple H, because he's putting these guys over on another level.
He's not using no shuffle. He's not
so for people that think he doesn't put people over, the proof is in the pudding. Example A. He's making the Shield look fantastic.
No, he's always put people over. Sure.
He's not the wrestling studio like everyone thinks he is.
He does put people over, unlike Cena, he does actually put people over. I don't think he uses the shovel anymore that much.
That's sad because Triple H is a way better champion than Cena could ever be in his best day.
Yeah. Scott, he was a really good heel, of course. Great heel. Knows how to speak.
But it's a business at the end of the day, and we tend to look at it from a fan's perspective too much.
But it's just. He's a COO. But he's obviously still a part-time wrestler. He still can go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still can have good matches. You see where he had the match with the Extreme Rules, of course. With the Shield.
Better part-timers, anyways.
It's worth it, but yeah, I mean, you had, even though the entire roster came out trying to help Evolution, that still didn't stop. Shield, they tried to beat, they put down Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for the time being outside the ring. They dealt with Roman Reigns, picked them up, the rest of the guys, and then out of nowhere he just spears Triple H. Bam! Oh, that spear he does. But yeah, he did a spear.
Fired out of that crowd of fucking people. That was awesome.
The crowd was like electrifying at that time. It was like, the crowd was woken up. It was like, and then they just had Seth Rollins and then Dean with chairs, and they just started attacking all the guys in the back.
That was awesome.
But
and then Titus O'Neil had no idea what he was doing. He was like,
he looked lost. Yeah, I was gonna say, what was Titus O'Neil doing? He was
Someone
like,
call his mama. He's lost.
He was watching too much Lana's legs. That was his problem. But I mean, at one stage you had Rollins did the blackout onto a Curtis Axel to the chair. Nasty. And then Dean Ambrose did the dirty deeds to Fandango.
Inverted DDT. That was badass too.
DDT does. Badass finish. I like it. Of course, the blackout I do like it as well.
I love the black. Oh, I don't know what it is about it. There's just something about that move I love. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. It's simple but effective, I would say.
It's because I've never really seen a finisher like that in WWE.
It's so simple yet. Why has someone not thought of this yet?
Yeah, right.
It's so different. Even Dean Ambrose finishes kind of. I haven't seen that before.
Nothing like slam their head to the ground. Like.
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
You guys talked over each other for like 25 seconds straight. I couldn't hear either of you.
Yeah, you can. So, go on. You can say again, Billy. I guess pulled in here. So, you want to say that again, Billy?
Oh yeah, I said nobody. The only thing they thought of was a pump kick, but nothing like Seth Rollins finisher where he smashed their head into
I don't know. Yeah, and I was saying like even Dean Ambrose dirty deeds. I haven't seen someone doing that before. I like.
I've seen the inverted DDT before plenty of times.
Yeah, but how he does it,
I've never seen the curb stomp.
I don't know. I haven't. Maybe I haven't seen that. But yeah, I haven't seen definitely the black.
Even the Miz used to do the inverted DDT.
He did the headlock driver, didn't he?
He did that too.
He did that. He didn't do that. He didn't do what they did. He did differently. But yeah, I mean, the main event was pretty. I mean, I liked after the match. It was pretty more electrifying. It was good. Crowd and that ended Raw. You had in the end you had Reigns, Spears. Well, he did the Superman punch to Taylor. And then Spears Ryback, how many times? Spears Ryback. And then they did the triple powerbomb, of course, to Ryback. How many? 5-10 times they did that to Ryback? Is that the first ever guy feel the triple powerbomb?
Yeah, that was badass.
I feel sorry for Ryback, but still.
I don't. I feel happy for the Shield.
Yeah. Of course I feel that as well, but I mean, Ryback again, I mean, couldn't have been somebody else, could have been Tyson Hill or somebody. Always Ryback, but yeah.
Rockstar Spud, maybe?
Yeah, if he ever...
Probably break in half.
He'd be dead, he wouldn't ever come back.
Poor Rockstar.
He would retire because of the show. Yeah, that's it really. We haven't. I mean, mentioning Rockstar Sport, we haven't seen what's his name, Brad Maddox for a long time. I can see where's he gone. But yeah, disappeared. But yeah, I mean that was it. Any last thoughts, guys, on the main event?
No, it was what it was, really. There's not much to say about it. It could have been better, but the finish of the show was awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. It was. That was really what made it. The match didn't make it. But after the match,
it wasn't a match.
No.
It was just a brawl, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't saying it was a. It wasn't really a wrestling film, as you said. It was like a fight to the finish for a full match. Yeah. No, that wasn't really a match. Yeah. So yeah, that's really what was Raw. I mean, overall, you wanna start rating? I'll come with Billy first. Rate Raw.
Billy told me he hated it.
I gave it a 7.5.
Who hated it? Did you say, Paul?
Billy told me he hated it and he's never watching again.
What?
He only watches wrestling to see The Rock Ness Monsters.
He only comes to see Billy Gunn. That's pretty much. But he's not there anymore.
What did you say that, Billy? What did you give 7.5? You said.
Yeah.
That's fair. What about you? Paul?
I'm stuck between like 7 3/4 and 8. I'd probably say like 7.5, 7 3/4. It could have been better. I'd maybe even give it. I probably would go up to 8 just because of the ending of the show. I really enjoyed it.
I don't know. There was parts of Raw was good and some of it was boring. I did say to you.
7 3/4.
I'm just gonna give it a 7 because I don't think it was. It was, it was good, but I don't know. It was boring at the same time. There was parts I didn't enjoy, so I think 7 because the opener, and after the match of the main event with Roman Reigns and Batista, and he had the Bray Wyatt promos, and really the only match I liked was the Divas match. That was it. That was actually match of the night to me. I thought the Divas match.
Double duty for Sheamus. No.
The worst match of the night was Sheamus's matches.
I don't blame Sheamus for the match. I just blame they give him double duty.
It was just too long. I blame the booking. I don't blame Sheamus. I just blame the booking. But yeah, that was Raw. So let's move on to now just some rumours, and then we close the show. So if you want to say any rumour now, you can. Okay, that's a awkward silence. It's like I'm talking to myself here. I was like, Paul's just sitting there like,
I'm tired now. I'm tired.
Like last night.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, where's my weed now? I don't have time for this. Yeah, we do it quickly. So if any 1-2 rumours, if you want to say, I think it was Chris Masters said something. Did he say something? I swear he said something.
Chris Masters took a shot at Cesaro, saying that he doesn't think
Slam wasn't impressive or something.
He said that he didn't fully pick him up by himself. The only way Cesaro was able to get him up and throw him over the top rope was by Big Show jumping and doing an extra hand in that. But I saw Cesaro lift him. It was dead weight. He picked him right off of the ground, like it or not.
Bullshit.
Yeah, the WrestleMania spotlight and you don't, and I think Chris Masters is a little envious about it.
Why is Chris Masters even talking? Who is he? Who was he?
I must admit, I liked him a lot. I thought he was alright.
I like him, but they fucked his character up. They fucked his everything up.
Problem is,
his tattoo is pretty sweet.
I mean, his last run with WWE was probably his best run because he was so much. He was so much better in the ring. His first sting when he came to the WWE.
The masterpiece.
I mean, he got pushed quite hard, but the matches he did in the ring, he couldn't wrestle.
The Master Lock.
The Master Lock challenge, yeah.
Going the full Nelson.
Didn't I think Bobby Lashley break it or something?
Yeah, he was the first one, I believe.
That's when they were pushing him hard, and then he ended up being I never was a fan of him. I don't know. I just thought it was nothing special, boring as hell. I mean, Chris Masters, I actually liked him, but I think that it just shows he's jealous of Cesaro's success at the moment. I think it's just jealousy. He's just hating. He just hated him because Cesaro's Superman and he's not. So, and he had to take some stuff to get his body to where he is, and Cesaro doesn't. So. That's pretty much it, really. I mean, I don't know where he is now. Indies, still wrestles. He probably might go to maybe Global Force Wrestling when they do. Maybe.
He's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, any other rumour? Apparently there's something about Alicia Fox. I think she says that she didn't quit or something.
Yeah,
she says she's not a quitter.
I don't know if she stomped out of there and left the company, but
I thought it was just a storyline. Not sure.
I'm sure that was like 95% planned, so I wouldn't even really go into detail about that. Everyone around there just sold it so well. That's what made it look so real, in my opinion.
It felt like real, and then I thought, it made it really believable. That's the point. She did it so well.
She did.
I mean, it just shows like WWE. If you give a chance, someone like Alicia Fox, she took the ball and run with it.
I know she did, but I just have been cheating for it.
She could be a really good hero. Actually.
She
could. Yeah. So any other rumours you want to say? I mean,
Ziggler was on Twitter today.
Yeah, we said that we're going to discuss about his tweet that he would step up to replace Daniel Bryan for the main event spot.
And he will put him on that market, make him that market value, make him that marquee guy, and give him a chance. He will do it.
Yeah, he can. I know he can speak on the mic. You know what he can do in the ring. I think he'd be. When he would be a good replacement for Bryan when he's taking, having his neck surgery. So I would go with Ziggler. He can step up. Give him the chance. He can do it.
But if he did, would he be feuding with Kane?
Well, if it gets him to main event spot, then has to be. At least he's not better than having matches, random matches.
Really
he's not really feuding with anybody.
There's not really any rumors going on tonight either. Like there wasn't really anything going on.
No, it's just small rumors. I'm trying to. There's something about TNA, but.
Yeah, about the Spike TV thing. Is that what it is?
Something about it. And then there's about.
It's stupid. It's Spike TV drops it, and they're gonna find a new network. Whatever. So much to go there.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they said something about it's confirmed that I think Chris Sabin's left. They've removed him off the roster or something. Oh no, it was Hernandez. I think it was Hernandez. Actually. It might have been Hernandez. It was Hernandez actually, yeah. He's gone. I haven't seen him for months.
Wait, he was still
he's not a big loss anyway. I don't see
his contract probably just recently ended. That's why he was added to the alumni page. He's probably been done, but his contract just ended.
Yeah.
He's been wrestling in Mexico. That's why.
He's going to go to. I know where he's going to go. He's going to team up with Homicide and be that tag team and probably go to Global Force Wrestling. I think there will be.
He's been wrestling in AAA, so.
Could go there, but I think he might go to Global Force. Pretty much. He knows Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett's promotion.
But yeah, there was something about Chris Sabin. He said that he was offered a new deal, but he turned it down because the deal was less money than he was making. That's why he wasn't happy.
AJ Styles.
But so many said that. So many turned down because of less money. So,
yeah, they're cutting their pay. Like
they cut them bad though. They really did cut their.
I think it's like 60% or something.
You can't lose big talent like Styles and Christopher Daniels and keep big contracts to the bromance. I mean, really?
You could lose a good tag team like that. Like really? They're gonna go somewhere else.
And what's the other guy's name? What's his name? With the bromans.
Ion,
Yeah.
DJZ.
Oh, get him out, get him out. I just want to slap his face. I mean, that guy's annoying.
They gave him a shitty gimmick now.
Is that a DJ? I mean, who cares?
Forget about them, man. Forget about them. They're on a downward spiral.
But yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. People said there's something special. They're okay.
There's nothing special about bromans. TNA's in the low.
I want to say something special. The Wolves are something special.
Nah, not even the moves. But I mean, there's one last rumor I'm gonna say. There's one about The Rock could be the headliner for the 2015 Hall of Fame class.
I don't know if that's
true. They said now James and Rikishi are inducted as well next year.
It's Savage.
Nah, I don't see. I can't see Mickey James. She's too early. It's too early for that.
Yeah, but she's
Savage
pregnant.
headline the class next year. I'm calling it right now.
It doesn't matter if she's pregnant. I just think it's too soon as well. I mean,
Not too soon. She
I don't-
doesn't prove anymore. Nothing.
She's probably gonna know in wrestling, considering her and Magnus are having a kid.
Yeah.
And she's been wrestling
know.
for like 17 years, 16 years.
yeah,
She's
she
been around
wrestled
for a while.
every few years. I think she's. Well, I mean, she's a really good wrestler. I doubt. But, you know,
No, Mickey
I-
James, she'll probably get inducted. I don't know if it'll be next year.
She is worth. She does worth to be in Hall of Fame, but I don't think it should be now. People like Randy Savage.
but Rock's not going to go next year because Rock's most likely going to wrestle WrestleMania 31. I see
Rock,
Savage
yeah.
headlining next year, considering I see Savage headlining next year's class of Hall of Fame just for the pure fact that Lenny the Genius Poffo was at WrestleMania 30, invited by Vince and management. So
Yeah.
there's
mean,
always some talks there.
I don't know. I still don't see it happening.
I do. The Rock's too soon too.
The Rock, yeah.
Not too soon,
No,
but
Not too
Yeah.
soon. Though.
you can have a match at WrestleMania 31. They're not going to induct him the night
That's
before.
gonna be his retirement match.
Yeah. Unless he's quit wrestling in general, that's it. He's not coming back then. Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay.
think that's why they
But-
might put him in the Hall of Fame.
But he should have a match. I don't know, with Roman Reigns. I'd like to see. That'd be,
No,
that'd be cool.
that's all right. I don't know.
I don't know. But that's. I mean, Rikishi. Do you think Rikishi's going to be there? I mean,
No, I think
he would, but no, I
What
don't know.
about Owen
next
Hart
year.
and Savage and British Bulldog, Dynamite Kid,
Owen Hart, never.
fucking legends.
Christian Wall, never.
You got British
Yeah,
Bulldog.
yeah,
He
yeah,
should be in
something
the
up
draft,
their
of
ass.
course.
Stuff up their ass, you know. Fucking
Yeah,
Christian Wall will never be in a Hall of Fame, which is sad.
that's pretty much it. I would say, as what Paul's saying, you know, Diamond Kid, British Bulldog, Owen Hart, Randy Savage. These guys deserve it more before
They do deserve
Rikishi. and
They
Mickey
deserved it 10
James.
years ago.
it.
Because of problems and Vince
Yeah,
McMahon,
they
his
deserve it when the Hall
ego.
of Fame was first started
Pretty much
out.
why they're not there. It's because of his ego, really. But at least
No.
Triple H is around.
Owen Hart has to do with his wife. She's a cunt.
I mean, China, I don't know when she's going to be around.
No, fuck China.
Oh, but she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. She did make women's wrestling at one stage.
She looks like now. It's like a dark color.
Oh, come on. She was pretty sure. I mean, she was like Beth Phoenix, was it?
Until she got into drugs. And then she just
Yeah. If she's clean, I don't see what's the problem. Look what happened to Jake St. Roberts and Scott Hall. They haven't recovered from it.
He wanted to get help. She knows. She just.
I don't know about if she.
I don't know if she's clean. She was clean at once, but I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's really the other last rumour, so we should wrap it up. You know, want to plug in now, Billy? You can go ahead.
Yeah. You can like me at Wrestling World News. You can follow me on Twitter at BrickWall360.
Yeah. You, Paul?
You know, follow me on Twitter at _Arabian Wolf or add me on Facebook at Paul Jazer. I'm always happy to talk to a fan.
Yep. He definitely is. And you can, of course, you can follow us at Twitter at PWF Is War. Like us on Facebook at Broadcast Wrestling Fallout. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe. So, yep. Spread the word. Tell your friends about us. We see you guys. Tuesday. Tuesday. See you guys Tuesday. So, later.
Later, everyone.
Later.